Hello everyone, this is Victor, your social media guy from Web and Work Systems Limited. If you're like me, at some point in time, you've had to beg someone or ask or even pay someone to remove the background from an image. Today, I'm going to show you a very easy, quick, and free way to do this. Yes, I said it, easy, quick, and free way to do this. So let's start. All you have to do is to log on to the site called Pixlr.com. That is Pixlr.com. And once you're on the platform, once you're on this platform, just scroll down and you will see two applications that you could launch. Launch the Pixlr Editor web app. And once you're in there, already you should have your images stored possibly on your desktop. So what you can do is you can go ahead and open the image from your computer. Or if it's an image you saw on the web, if you have the URL, you can open it. All you just do is copy the URL, paste it, and you'll be able to open it. I already have an image on my system, so I'll just quickly open that image. And here you are. This is an image I have. You can see there's some background, and I want to be able to copy this image and use it on some other different platform. So what do? Over to the left where you have my mouse, what you have there is what we call the selection tool. And there are so many tools here, but today I'll be focusing on two of those two. One of them we call the magic wand tool, and the other one we call the lasso tool. So I'll start with the magic wand tool. What to remember is this: if you have an image that has possibly almost a uniform background without nothing obstructing it, then the choice tool to use will be your magic wand tool. And why this is very interesting is because it just looks at the tone and the color, and because it's uniform, it will be a wonderful aid for you. So how do you do? What do you do? How do you go about selecting your tool? You already, once you have the image, it is opened, it is in a layer. In some other videos, I'll be talking about layers, but take note, you have the basic layers on the right as what we call the navigator pane. Because this is a free tool, you would see some adverts at some point in time. But if you are like me, sometimes I don't like to see those adverts. I could just easily close it and proceed with what I'm doing. So now I have the image. I want to be able to remove the background from this image, as it were, so that I have a plain background that I can use in some other location. So I go to the selection tools and I scroll and I see this is the wand tool, the magic wand tool like I talked about. I go ahead and select it. Now there's something to note about the magic wand tool. We have some features at the top which you just took note. Now we talk about the tolerance. I like to always look at this from this angle. Look at it from the angle of having, when you talk about tolerance, having a thin pin mouth for a pencil or a pen against a brick brush for painting. So that will be range, and the tolerance will range from 0 to about 255. So what this helps you to do, it just helps you to ensure that you are able to get the background you need, the area you need, clearly the area you need selected. And I will quickly go ahead and show you how this is done. So sometimes you will have to play with the tolerance level. Like I said, it's a quick and easy tool. And notice that this is almost an even background of similar color. So if I were to go ahead and select it now, it will be, if you notice, it has highlighted some areas. I could go ahead and have this. I could go ahead and have the Shift key and try and highlight some other areas. Or sometimes I just prefer to increase the tolerance and see if I can get more area, and that I will do here. This is the history area, and in Pixlr you can be able to use this and go just like your backward key, and you can be able to go back a few steps. So I'm going back to my original image so that I can quickly increase my tolerance. So I'll just go ahead and increase the tolerance. I have my magic wand tool selected. So once I go ahead and click on the image, if you notice, you will see that it has gone ahead to bring about almost the entire area which I want, as it were. Now, what to remember is this: because you want to be able to save this and have it as a transparent background, you will always have to come to the particular layer of that image in this case, just like I have this area and it's called the background layer, double click it so that you unlock it. Once that is done, the next thing you do is go on to your edit tool and click on the invert selection. Once you have that done, you can come and click on your delete button. If you click on your delete button, voila, what you notice here is that the background image has been removed. That's why you can see this check box. What it's telling us is that everything about the background has been removed. So I can come back to the edit button and click deselect all. So you see I have just this image. And for me to be able to use it in some other application or in some other platform, I'll just go onto the file and click save. Now, one thing to note, because you want to have it as a transparent background, you have to have it saved in PNG. If you notice that, if for instance, if you go ahead and save it in JPEG, it will attach this white background, which is not what you want to achieve. So quickly, we just go to the format, look at PNG. You have PNG Transparent Full. You can name the file what you want and save it. And I'll save it on my folder here. So quickly, if I were to go on to some other application, I open on my system, I have the folder, and that's the image which we just edited and we saved. You see it there, UVA, I copy it, and I go onto a different application which I already have open, and I just paste. You will see now that the background is gone. Yes, I could have done some cleaning of the edges, but basically that has helped me to remove the background, and I can now use this image the way I want on something, on some other different application or some other different graphics. So that is one way to be able to remove the background. And I'll quickly show you also the second way to remove a background. The second way to remove a background is what we call the lasso tool. And now, quickly, let me just quickly open another image. I need to open it as a layer. Just quickly close this. Now I have the picture here. I like to let's put the pictures at put the picture at the center. For any reason, if you want to increase, you could use this as the slider here to be able to increase and see things, and you have the slide bar here to also either increase, raise the image up or decrease, or you could just go ahead and use and be able to move it and focus on any particular area you would want. So now you also observe that you have a background here that is not uniform, and that because this is not a uniform background, the magic wand tool will not be the easiest tool to use. Take note, I said the easiest. You will be able to use the tool, but it will be a little difficult. Some other tool that will allow you to do the job a lot easier is the lasso tool. And once you click on the lasso tool, you have two features. You have the freehand and the lasso. The polygonal lasso tool will allow you to be able to simply trace and cut out the area you want. Have a selection of the area which you want. And that's what I will quickly do. The other thing I will also talk about is the feather. The feather here allows you to have what is called soft edges. So if you have 0, what it means is the edges of your image will be very well defined. I always like to use something a little higher so that I could have a soft edge that could easily blend into some other graphics, or if I were to impose it onto some other layer or some other application. So I'll quickly just change this to, let's say, 5. Click also so that I'm able to have my transparent background, and I have the lasso tool already selected, the polygonal lasso tool, and you just start to trace. One thing to note and one thing to remember is that you must always note wherever you are starting from, your starting point. So in this case, I decided to start from this point, and I have the tool. And what you just be doing is just trace, just continue to trace the area. Another thing I like to do, and once you get to a particular point, you click, continue tracing. so that you basically trace out the outline you are interested in, and you go outline, you'll see the broken lines showing. So that means that you've successfully completed it. So the next thing you will do is, so that we don't, if you were to press the delete button, you will find out that you're going to be deleting the image. This is not what we want. And this usually happens to almost all of us. So I just quickly go ahead and have the invert selection and click delete. And I also noticed that I have some area in here. So I'm just going to quickly increase. And the more you play with this tool, the better you will get. And I can come back again using the Lasso tool and just quickly trace that outline. Go back and join. And once we do that, click on the delete. That is gone. So you can see the checkout box. You've seen the effect of the fed rain. And once this is done, I just go ahead to the file, click on save, name the file the way you want. Remember, like we said, go ahead and have it as PNG transparent full quality. And once you're okay with that, click on save, have it saved, and there you are. If we quickly just take a look, we have that's the image. Copy it, compare with the original image. Quickly copy it. There you are. So that's how you could remove the background of the image and from an image and use that image wherever you want. Thank you. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. I'll come back and also talk a little bit more about some other do-it-yourself tips. Thank you.